Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Alana Simone. So first of all, I want to welcome you guys in. I pray that you're having an amazing day. So today we're going to be talking about surrounding yourself with smarter people. This is so important. I think oftentimes, for the most part, I hear it's very common, especially when you listen to like people who are on a higher status, or like a lot of like millionaires, or just people who have had great success in life. One of the biggest things we hear is how it's important to really surround yourself with smarter people. That's one thing that I've always held on to, and I've always, really constantly thought in the back of my mind, because why? It's so important. I think oftentimes we go through life, especially being young, sometimes we get in over our head and we think that we don't have to listen to people, we don't have to really hear from people, that people like we can just figure life out ourselves, and we can just get through life and do what we want and blah blah blah. So that's the common thing that we do, but really knowing the importance of learning from people smarter than you, and also purposely putting yourself in situations that you will encounter people that know more than you and that are at a higher level than you. And so that's one thing that I really like to do in my life, because why? I know that I constantly want to be in a place where I remain teachable and I remain humble, and knowing that I don't know everything, but I do have a desire to know more. And I think if we understand that posture that we can have in life, we can really unlock so much more insight and wisdom in life that really is just out of this world. Because why? When you constantly put yourself in uncomfortable situations, and situations where you're forced to grow, where you're forced to rise up, where you're forced to have to learn and do things that you wouldn't normally do, that creates something in you, that creates new opportunity, that creates growth within you, to be able to do things that you've never done before, to be able to learn things you never learned before, and to just really be filled with insight and wisdom that you may have not known before then. And so that's one thing I really wanted to encourage you with, is that if you are, you can be my age, anybody who's watching, always know that it's important to surround yourself with people that maybe are on a level, like, let's say, I give an example. Let's say you want to be an entrepreneur. If you want to be an entrepreneur, one thing you can do, of course, is go to take business classes, and there's different business conferences and stuff like that. But with that, you put yourself in situations to where you can learn from someone who basically is doing what you want to do. So like, you find somebody who is maybe very successful in entrepreneurship, whether that's and it's many aspects and avenues in entrepreneurship, but I just want to give this as an example. But you're finding somebody who has what you want. And so you see the fruit in their life, you see the results in their life. And so therefore, that's a good person usually when you see fruits and results, and they're not just actually like living an Instagram life, but they're living a real life. When you find somebody who's living both social media and real life, then that's a good person to listen to and learn from. Because why? They have what you want. And so therefore, if somebody has what you want, then there's usually something that they have that you don't have yet. But if you put yourself in a position to be able to learn and grow from them in some way, some form, whether if they have conferences or they have classes or courses that you can take, you're now putting yourself in a position to be able to grow and learn from somebody who has what you want. And so when you learn from somebody who has what you want, then you put yourself in a position to where you can now be filled with insight. You can now be filled with knowledge to be able to do the work yourself and get to the level that you desire to be on, that they're already on. So what do we do? It's like, okay, so you see that they're on that level, and so you want to get to that level, so you learn from them, at the level you're at. And when you learn from them, that now allows you to be able to go to the next level. Because why? You're now being filled with new knowledge, new insight. And so you can take that, do the work, put in the work, just like they had to do the work and put in the work, and you can get to where they're at. And so that's just one thing. I always encourage people to constantly put yourselves in situations, in rooms, and anywhere that people are smarter than you and that people know more than you. Because why? It's not a bad thing. It's not like, because I think a lot of times, especially as a leader, we can think that we know it all and that people should learn from us and all that stuff, which is great. We have the ability as leaders to be able to teach people and to be able to mentor people in different stuff. But every mentor and every coach and every leader should have a coach or mentor to be able to help them get to the next level, to be able to help them learn more. Because why? You always want to have a posture to learn and grow in any and everything that you do. I feel like in all areas of my life, whether that's my job or even my spiritual life, I have like a mentor. And I have in my job, I have like a mentor or boss. Because why? Those people are in different levels than you, and you can look at them like, okay, I can, if that's where you desire to be, but you can look up to them and really learn and grow from them. But even if not, like, you're always posture yourself to be able to learn and grow from people, and never get to a point where we think that you think that you know it all, and that you think that you are the hottest thing out here. Like, no. Learn and grow always. Like, it doesn't matter what level you're on in life. Like, it's always important to have an editor. It's always important to have a mentor, or just somebody that you can learn and grow from. And ultimately always have God in your life. He's somebody that we can learn and grow from always. Regardless if we have a mentor, regardless if we don't, he's like one of the best people to learn and grow from. Because why? First of all, God has access to everybody in the world. And so if you're desiring for a mentor, or you're desiring for somebody that you can look up to and watch and really allow to be able to teach you in life, ask him, Lord, place somebody in front of me, or place people around me that you want me to learn from, that you want me to grow and really learn new things from, a new insight. And he'll place people around you, in front of you. They might pop up on your YouTube or pop up, in your life somehow, and you're like, how did I see these people on my screen? But it's just a blessing, because God knows exactly who we need and who he wants to put in our life to be able to help us get to the next level, to help us grow, and to help us really reach our full potential. Because oftentimes I think we can sometimes count ourselves out and not realize the potential that God really has put in us, of the purpose that he has for our life. And sometimes we need people to call that out of us. We need people to really speak encouragement and wisdom into our life, to be able to unlock the potential that's been deep inside, that's ready to be birthed out and come forth into this world. So you guys, I just wanted to say this today. Always remain teachable. Never be too in over your head where you can't learn from somebody, where you can't grow. We don't want to learn from just anybody. We want to make sure that they have fruit in their life, that they have actual knowledge that not only helps their life, but is very beneficial to other people. And just know that it's always great to learn. It's always great to grow. That's what we need in life, to become the best, and to just become the best versions of ourselves, is learning, growing, being uncomfortable. Because when you're uncomfortable, you can then create new opportunities to be able to grow in life and just who you are. So you guys, I thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.